Hey, Davey. How's your day going?
Bad as everyone else's.
How you doing today, Moises?
Doing good, bro. How are you?
I'm good, man. I gotta say, I've been a fan of yours since the Disney days and Kings of Summer and all that jazz. And Fallout is just another great entry into your filmography. What about the project initially sparked your interest to be a part of it?
I think everything. I think the people involved, the sort of story that I was stepping into and the world I was stepping into, and the fact that it was original, and we sort of had a freedom to, you know, create these characters without sort of having to study anything in particular. Well, besides the world we were in.
Sure. I do love that it builds a nice bridge for newcomers and longtime game fans like myself to dive into this world. So with Norm, I love that we go on this journey of growth with him as the season evolves. What was it like finding the heart of him, even in those early episodes where he's still just kind of quietly rebellious?
Yeah. I think it's always a finding, especially uh, jumping into a stage with your fellow actors and sort of meeting your sister for the first time in her wedding dress, and your cousins and your dad. I think we found it as the audience was finding things, and I think that we had a chance to have a lot of conversations with the showrunners and the creators, and I think that really lended itself to being able to show up on the first day of set and feel like, wow, this is special. Let's do this.
That's amazing, and I'm glad that the family found the rhythm. I've heard that from Ella and Kyle as well. So it's clearly something that worked for not just you, but for all of you. Now, with Norm in particular, though, his story, we see he learns a lot about the vault's past and everything. What was it like, or how do you think he felt as he learned more about his father? Obviously, Ella feels very betrayed, but how do you think Norm felt?
Well, I was also finding these things as I received the episodes, so it wasn't like I knew what was happening first day that I got there. And having that experience to be able to have that unfold also helped me, I think, to answer your question, unravel what it is, and who it is my dad is. And I think that it hasn't been told to him bluntly, but he's definitely using his intelligence to kind of sense, because Norm has to remember his mother too, sense what my dad is and where he's from.
Now, we see that Lucy had, fond memories of her mother, but we don't really see a lot of that for Norm. Did you have a conversation with Jonah, Graham, or Geneva about how much of a connection they had before she obviously disappeared?
I would say that we had, and obviously Ella's not in those scenes with our mother either, so I'm not sure if she's had a different experience, but I think the lack of has sort of helped to understand, or to not understand, to be able to ask Betty what it was, or what had happened to my mom's Pip-Boy, and all these things that we're learning throughout the series. Norm is putting together as well.
Gotcha. Okay. I see I'm almost out of time. So before I let you go, I got to talk about the ending too. I mean, Norm is essentially going to go into the cryopod, but at the same time, he's such a genius. I'm kind of surprised he didn't try to find a way to escape. What was going through your head and through Norm's head in that moment as he was sort of going towards the pods?
Yeah, so I was staring at a black void. So I was trying to understand what it was I was looking at too. So I don't think there's one option. I think there's multiple. Now, is it on the page, or is it obvious? No, but I guess, like you said, Norm is going to use his intelligence to hopefully not be asleep for 200 years.
I hope so, and I hope that leads into a season 2, man. I want to see more of your character. I want to see more of this world, and I mean, it's a hit so far, so hopefully we get that news soon. But in the meantime, thank you so much for taking the time to chat, man. I greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, bro.
Don't go in there. Don't you go in there. Don't read anything in there, or turn on the lights.